Welcome back, everybody. This is BNSFRAILNUT doing a kind of a final update for the club before our flea market next weekend here. So what we will run through, I'll take a quick tour of the layout, show you what we're kind of doing, just finishing off, getting ready for next week. And then hopefully, if I can get it on this video, I'll show a couple trains just cruising around the layout. So starting out here, this is kind of the dispatch office here. We have the Nmmrc running with the track plans on there, so these will also pull up on the smartphones, so you can throw your switches just by touching that circle on your smartphone. That's kind of like the master plan. And then Decoder Pro on that one. We also on the other side here have this computer set up for programming. So we have this little programming track set up here. It runs through like a automated process where it'll run the engine back and forth and have the signals go down as you run along. So that is the track programming area here. So what we will also go into here, this is our kind of supply room right now once the light turns on. But we have most of the stuff labeled. So you're getting into scenery supplies, drawers labeled, etc. Scenery, more scenery on the bottom, wood glue, slop sink. So this eventually, way down the road, will become a dispatch office. But right now it's going to be the workroom for right now. So we will sneak back into a couple lounge chairs there for laying around. Kind of the dark pit, armpit of the area there. We're coming into kind of the workshop. We upgraded on the foam maker as far as the cutter, but I'm not sure if they've got it perfected yet. So once I figure out if they are working on a little more, we'll do another video on that. But that's the foam grinder. And then kind of the tree central, tree prep area. So all that other fun stuff. And then right down here, the good old tree tornado. But where we keep the ugly crap back here. So this eventually will all be gone. But we'll walk out into the layout here. For those of you watching the videos here, if you've been following us, nothing's really changed in this area here. There is some talk about pulling this section of Coon Rapids, which would actually be the North Star station, from that location over there to draw it all the way around back into kind of the northern part of Coon Creek, to basically fill in more of Anoka and maybe another industry, but more of the scenic area of Anoka. So that's in kind of talking over, so we'll see if that comes to fruition here. So but walking around into Bethel, one of the first buildings has been built, a little paint shop. And then going around into this would be coming into Big Lake, where the mock-ups of the North Star facility are finished. So we got the North Star trains all set and ready to go for the flea market open house. And coming out of there, hopefully we'll get a few more kind of better cardboard mock-ups other than LNRP boxes as buildings. So coming around into the backside of Big Lake, we have Cambridge in the foreground. And then the split over into St. Cloud. And we'll whip around here at Becker to come over to the 2nd Street staging, which I think it looks like passenger trains are being built up. You got your Amtrak in there. Looks like a Southern Pacific. Another Santa Fe local hustle muscle for the Twin Cities. Looks like a freight is kind of being built up, and then a coal train. So some of the show trains are being built up, getting readied. And then we'll just finish out on 2nd Street, and then we'll come back to the rest of the layout here. And the bridge is out. Little wooden trestle. That's out. So they've been actually painting down here. I'll skip over here real quick. But he's actually painting some of the rock. I don't know how the light is picking that up, but looks really, really nice. So he was on here working on that earlier today. And then back over to 2nd Street. Looks like more trains being built up. Sorry for the darkness here. We're kind of in the dark corner of the layout here. Back over here. So we will come back into, I think I left off at Becker here. Actually got a nice little train running through. Quite a healthy train here. And that is just about to peak around. There, it's coming into Big Lake there, past the North Star Terminal.
Count 40.
I guess it's a 40 car train.
I think.
Going downgrade there.
Yep. 40 cars.
Got your tail end coming through the edge of Big Lake there, and just pan over to the other side. And there's your power. A nice little good sized train there. So we will continue back on into the Becker. So the power plant. Nothing really changed here. And back around the lower Y, that actually to the right here goes off to the 2nd Street with that swing bridge. And Cambridge goes into the second level underneath. And it'll switch right here. Will lead you off into that track back down there. There's another switch further underneath that goes to a reverse loop underneath that section. So back into St. Cloud. More trains sitting in here, which is Zephyr all set and ready to go. Work train. And back to the bridge. So that'll be replaced obviously before the show. And then we got Rush City. Nothing special here. This is all pretty much the same. I don't know if you, like I said, if you've been kind of following us as I've been going through this video, you'll notice there's less and less trees from previous videos that I've been going through. That is due to the fact that pretty much every single tree was placed onto the Saunders Peninsula, and we'll get to that here in a few minutes here. But this whole layout used to be covered in trees and kind of prep work, but pretty much everything got used up on that section, so turned out unbelievable. We got staging down there, and then this little camera right there. Actually, we'll post to the computers back in the control area there, and you can see what's coming out of the layout down there. There's a couple trains down there ready to go. So coming back up into Staples. I don't know if I actually showed this last time, I'm not sure, but I know I at least mentioned it, but we got the turntable in. So we got a couple of the tracks in there. So that is up and running. Works extremely well. So going back into, and something's having an issue down here. So it's be resolved here shortly, but a couple on the second staging yard underneath for a couple unit trains. And then coming through the east end of Staples. As you can see, this one is completely new to me. I didn't even know that was there. So this is first to you guys and a first for me to see this. But apparently we have a couple panels thrown in there. So that controls this kind of plant up here. So breaking news, you could say. There you go. Coming into Brainerd. Nothing special here. And now we're going to be coming into the most focused part on the layout. We've been doing a lot of the scenery work here, just to kind of give the general public an idea of what we're going to go for with the club. So it's not 100% complete yet, but it looks unbelievable, and I'm just hoping the camera will pick this up. So I apologize if the light isn't the best, but we'll give this a go here. So this, obviously, we have, if you've watched previous videos, we have the shell underneath, which is either chicken wire, cardboard strips with plastic, paper towels with plaster. Rock molds get put on, gets painted the brown. Then they apply the ground foam. And then they start populating in the trees. And down to the little shrubbery details. And let's get more into that finished scene. And one of our members, AJ, is kind of taking the lead on this thing here, and the scenery is looking phenomenal. Got a little dirt road coming in, the girder bridge, and then this is where the dirt road that I showed before. Sorry about the shadowing, but the dirt road shares the track off into that lumber camp down there. Abandoned truck down there. So as we come into the scene here, this is going to be, what I'll do is I'll back out and I'll do this whole scene as a whole. But you get an idea of what he's done. this is going to be the one end of the, this is basically the Saunders and Boylston Junction area, the northernmost portion of our layout, other than the city of Duluth. So, and this was basically just a freebie industry for us. It's not product, well, it happened somewhere in Minnesota, but it wasn't a real industry somewhere that we're trying to model. So the freelance is gives us to the limit to what we doesn't limit us basically. So, but even down to placing some of the people. Focus. Got a couple lumberjacks out there risking away, earning that money. Just looking through all the different angles and everything, it's came out better than we thought it was gonna. So, and then the other thing too is with that scenic kind of background in there, we don't have the blue masonite going up with your conventional, so we can't even really see the train to the other side. So with those trees in there, it's basically blocking everything on there. So and down into a little camp. The guy's been piling lumber on there. Some guy getting yelled at like normal. But this will also serve as a pullback track, so if you have to switch the quarry, which is down that line right there, you have to basically move these cars, whatever may be in here, to have enough room to allow you to switch that quarry over there in the distance, and we'll walk around to take a look. So this is all tied into a nightmare of a job. So, and this will eventually turn into the Kettle River Bridge area. This is the upper river. This is up in Saunders, or I'm sorry, Sandstone, Minnesota. So this little area too on the end. Ended up doing kind of a little tree tunnel here, so going down the track. You can see right on through there. And this is the only section of track that actually has been ballasted, so we actually do have ballast on the layout. So, camper dude up there. And you can see now this side, that lumber yard over there completely disappears, so you're not seeing any of that terrain over there. And there's no big menacing blue backdrop to there, so works out very well. And then now we're coming into the canyon. This is the bridge. Whoever owns that, I don't know that image, but that's going to be the bridge, what it will end up looking like. And then some of the trees come back up on the other side into the big gravel pit. This is another scene that's been getting worked on. One of the members, I think Art has been taking the lead on this one, so turning out really, really nice. And all the conveyors coming up. And then over on this portion, nice big deep limestone pit. Drainage pipe coming out. Ladders and all. So that's turning out really nice. And then this building, even though I don't want to do it, but those doors actually do go up and down. I only have two hands, but if I could grab it, I can physically close those doors. So one of the little features, one of our members. I think Dwayne built this one, and it's got the moving doors on the shed. So this is getting into the limestone area. Got your office, and then the bluffs back down to the crossing. So this section is basically the portion that's been trying to be scenic up for the public to see next week. So I don't know how much more will get done, probably a few minor details here and there, but now we're going to just concentrate on cleaning the place up, get it rolling. So if you want to stick around for a few minutes, what I'll do is I'll make a couple run-bys of some trains. Maybe I'll shoot another 5-6 minutes or so, some footage of different stuff rolling around the layout. And if you don't want to watch that, you can stop the video at this point. But thanks for watching again, and I will make a video once we have the flea market, and we will go from there. So thanks for watching, and enjoy some trains.
Power still on? Is the power still on?